So after you have clearly communicated the problem you're addressing, it is now time to really provide a detailed solution on the problem you just mentioned. So this slide actually provides a bridge from the problem to your product or to your service. And ideally, it should be an innovative approach you're going to present in that slide. So what you're going to do first is really that you provide a solution to the problem and you explain that solution to the problem to the potential VC investors. How are you going to do that? So first of all, you really can provide a one-liner. You can show even like a short workflow, but ideally in this slide, a one-liner is sufficient. And then you're going to be more detailed in the mission slide. In the mission slide, you already mentioned what you want to do, but in the solution slide, you're going to be more detailed and you really relate to the problem you mentioned earlier. And then finally, this is also, again, extremely important for VC investors. You quantify your USPs. So you mention usually 2 to 3 USPs. I would not mention more than 3 because then it gets, again, too confusing for VCs and it's not exactly clear what your USP is going to be. So make sure you have a really strong USP or you have really strong 2 to maximum 3 USPs and you have those USPs really quantified. This is extremely important for VC investors because, as I mentioned before, it is really important for them to see what kind of value you bring to the table and how you're going to solve this problem. This is what you should really consider when creating your solution slide. So what should AI startups consider? And there are actually 3 major things. So first of all, don't just use AI for the sake of using AI or because it is very popular, it's a hot word. That's not the right way. A lot of VC investors, they're very familiar with AI technologies, and you really have to explain that you, and this is the second point, add value with your AI model, with your AI technology, which could have not been done otherwise. So make really sure this is the best way how you leverage AI to solve this problem. And finally, you can already mention some of the proprietary features. I would not mention more than 2 proprietary features because otherwise it would get just too complex and you have time in the presentation ahead to really focus on the most important features up to 5, 6 or whatever you want to present. But this is the time here to be short and to be concise.